Greetings, saints of the Almighty God, and Merry Christmas to all of you and your loved ones. I just wanted to come with this message to say, don't mix yourself with a remnant that is against the God whom you serve. And I want to read in the book of Judges, chapter number 14, from verse number 3, and it reads as follows. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all thy people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. This was the first, perhaps, of the many women that Samson had mingled with. And his father and his mother are warning him and saying, Are there no daughters amongst your own people that you would go and mingle yourself with the children of the Philistines, knowing very well that these are enemies of the Almighty God and enemies unto his people? But the young man who is at his peak could care less, and he still went on and did it anyway. Because the problem, saints of the Almighty God, with mixing with people who are enemies unto the Almighty God is this: you will give them window to enter into the land that is given to the people of the Almighty God. So now, once you mix yourself, just like Samson did, Samson made so many errors here, because I thought it was just Delilah, because I just looked at the scriptures thoroughly yesterday, and I could see that there was just not just one mistake. It was this woman first who he took, and he slept with another harlot, and then Delilah was the third one. Saints of the Almighty God, it was one mistake after another, which was the very reason that led him to his demise. So he kept probing. If you know the saying that says, if you play with fire, ultimately you will get burnt. And he himself ended up not only losing his sight, but ended up also losing his sight in the presence of his enemies. Saints of the Almighty God, though we praise those things in the end because of how it came about, but we still should understand that certain things that he had done, he could have avoided them. Those things could have easily been avoided. Just like choosing this woman to marry, and just like sleeping with the harlot, and just like also falling for Delilah also. So, saints of the Almighty God, if you mix yourself with a remnant that are enemies to the Almighty God, then ultimately not only your country will suffer, but also your own life will suffer. Because the enemies of the Almighty God are not coming into your life to entice you. Even though for you with the innocent mindset, because a child of God is always innocent in mind and in heart, because your thoughts are innocent. You think that I can take this and turn it into something good. But the children of the enemies of the Almighty God are coming with an agenda to not only destroy your life, but to get into your life to destroy the remnant and the land of the Almighty God.